So hi everyone, welcome to the JavaScript interview preparation course next video. So in this video we are going to talk about this keyword inside JavaScript, right? You must have heard about this in your English language, right? And I think in English there it is used as to refer something, right? So let's say you define a sentence as uh, that is this is a basket of fruits, right? So this refers to that basket. So in the similar way, this keyword is used in JavaScript. So let's see how it is used in JavaScript, right? So inside JavaScript, this keyword refers to different objects depending on how it is used. So basically, inside JavaScript, the reference of this keyword depends on the context where it is used, right? So we will see one by one different context of using this keyword inside it. So let's come to the first context, that is when it is used alone. So when you use this keyword alone inside JavaScript, it's basically point to the window objects. Let's see this. Let's console this out. This dot a, right? And let's go to our console. So you can see here we are getting 5 as our output. And let's see what happens if we basically console this keyword. So here you can see that we are actually getting window object, right? So this is a global object. Which this keyword is representing, and this object is created at during JavaScript execution context creation, right? We have discussed this in our previous video. So basically you can see here this keyword is referencing the window object, right? Okay, let me print this only. So you can see here when you will expand this, actually here you are saying that we are getting a is equal to 5 as our value here, which is stored in our window object. So basically the crux is that when you use this keyword alone, this will points out to the window object. Now let's discuss the next context of using this keyword. So here I have written that when you use this keyword inside a function, let's say you declare this dot a is equal to 5. Now let's declare another function, function print, let's say, and inside this let's try to print this dot a, right? Now when you will call this function, what do you think this will console, right? So let's see, when you will print this, call this function actually. So you can again see here we are actually getting 5. So basically when you will use this keyword inside any function, so basically that inside that function this keyword will basically point the object of this parent function, right? So what do you think the object of this parent function? So basically this function parent object is window object, because this function is not inside any intermediate objects, right? So this will basically point out to the window object. Let's try to print this on inside this function only. So you can see here we are actually getting window object here, right? So the basic thing that I wanted to point out here is that whenever you will use this keyword inside any single layered function, so that this keyword will basically point out to the window object. Now the third context of using this keyword is when there is a function inside an object. So basically let's try to declare a object, right? Const, let's define a name field as Pankaj and the age as 23. Now let's define a function get detail. Now when you will try to console this inside this function, this dot name, let's see what will be the output of this function. Let's call this function get details, right? What do you think will be the output of this uh, function call? Let's see our console here. So you can see here that we are actually getting the access of our name variable, name field, right? So what is happening here is that as I discussed above, that when you will use this keyword inside any function, so that will refer to its parent object, immediate parent object. So basically for this get detail function, the immediate parent object is this user object, right? So it will have the access of this user. And when you will try to print just this, let's see what we get. So here you can see that we are actually getting that object only, right? So this is the concept of this keyword inside any function or object, right? So let's move to the next context of using this keyword. Okay, so let's see how this keyword behave when we have a function inside a nested object key, right? Uh, so let's define a object const user. Let's okay define a name field as Pankaj, then age as 23. Let's call it as child object. And inside this, let's call give a field name as first name. Let's give it as Ram. And inside this nested object, let's create a function name as get details. Inside this, let's print this dot first name and this dot name. Okay, so what do you think will be the answer of this console when we call this function? So stop this video and please try to answer this. So let me call this function user dot child obj dot get details, right? So let's see its output. So here you can see that the first value of this dot first name we are actually getting as Ram, and for the second when we are trying to accessing this objects field we are now getting undefined. Why? As I discussed above that whenever you uh, use this keyword inside any function, normal function, so that this keyword refers to the its immediate parent object, right? So for this keyword, its immediate parent object is this child object, and inside this child object there is a field name as first name. That's why you are getting Ram here, right? But here what you are doing that you are actually accessing the name field inside this child object, but there is no name field inside this child object, right? So therefore we are getting undefined as our value, because this keyword here is basically referring to this inside object, right? Immediate parent object. That's why we are not getting the access of this name field inside this keyword, right? So this was the another way of using this keyword. So let's move to the another one. So the next context of using this keyword is that when we use this keyword inside an arrow function that is inside an object, so what do you think will it refers to? So let's first see with example. Let's define a user here, right? Let's give a name field as Pankaj is as 23. Now when you will define an arrow function, let's say get detail. Now when you will try to console this dot name, what do you think when you call this function will print this out? You must be thinking that this will work similarly what we have seen above, right? So this will print the Pankaj here, because this function's immediate parent object is this user object, and inside this user object we have name field. So let's see what is its answer. When you will call this user dot get detail function, let's see what's the output. So basically we are getting nothing printed out here. Why? Because this keyword works differently for arrow functions. In the above example we have seen, okay, let me declare it as a normal function, then see what happens. So when you will declare, you are declaring, so when you are declaring it as a normal function, you are actually getting the access of this name field inside its parent object. But when you are declaring it as a arrow function, you are actually getting nothing. Why? Because arrow function works differently with this keyword. This arrow function is actually pointing to its uh, global object. Let's try to print this out. Only this. So here you can say that this is actually printing the window object or global object. That's why we are not getting the value of the name. So this is how this keyword works inside an arrow function. But if you declare your arrow function inside this normal function only, let's see what will happen. Let's declare another function, arrow function here. So let's try to print this dot name here. So you will see that, and inside this, let's call this arrow function. So so you can see here we are actually getting the access of that name field. Why? Because when you used arrow function inside this normal function get details, so this will point to the normal function's immediate parent object. So what is the immediate parent object of this normal function get details? So it's basically user object, right? So that's why this is able to access this name field, or you can say basically this is referring to its uh, normal functions parent object, that is user, right? This is why you are getting Pankaj printed here. So let's see how this keyword works inside a class or constructor. So let's create a class first. Let's name it as user. Now inside this class you declare a constructor. Let's say take as parameter, and this basically this dot name as n, right? Now let's declare a get detail function inside this class. So this basically prints this dot name here. Now let's create a user object here. Let's call it as object new user with name Pankaj, right? So let's call this function of this class obj.getDetails. So here you can see that we are actually getting the value of this that is stored in this name, right? So what happens when you use this keyword inside a class or constructor? So basically this refers to everything inside this constructor, right? So if you have some doubts that how this object creation and constructor is working, so basically inside any language constructors are used to initialize the objects, right? So here you created an object of this class, and inside this object you provided this name, right? So what will this constructor will do, that this constructor will provide the name field inside this object as Pankaj, and you will have the access of this function inside this object. So that's why using this object you are calling this function, and you are getting the access of this value, right? So the crux was that whenever you will use this keyword inside class or constructor, so this will refer to everything which is inside this constructor. So what is inside this constructor? So inside this constructor, it is setting this dot name as Pankaj here, right? That's why you are getting Pankaj as your printed value. So this is the way this keyword works inside constructor and classes. So let's move to the output based questions that may be asked inside your interview question. So this is the first question, and you must answer that what will be the output of this function call when we call this function of this user object, right? So what do you think? Here you can say that uh, we have declared a variable as, sorry, here we have declared a field as first name, and inside this function also we have created another variable with that field name only, right? So what do you think will be the output of this function call inside this object? So let's try to call this inside our console. Let's call it as user dot get name. So let's see the output. So you can see here our output is basically Pankaj. That is the name field for the user object. So what you must be thinking here is that there was a concept that we have studied in our previous video named as shadowing. When inside that example you were, without using this keyword, when you were trying to access first name, then you were getting this ram as your printed value, right? But here when you are using this keyword, so basically this is referring to its uh, function's immediate parent object, that is user, and inside that user the first name field is Pankaj here. That's why you are getting Pankaj, not Ram. So this keyword basically is working oppositely from the shadowing concept that we have seen in our previous video. So this was the answer of this question. So let's move to the another question. So this is the another question, and here is basically asking that what is the result of accessing its ref. So when you will try to access this ref field inside this, so basically let me make you understand this question. So here make user is a function, and inside this function this is returning an object which has two fields, name and ref, and the ref stores this keyword, right? So when you will try to access this ref, uh, then what will the value? So let's first call this function and store its value inside user. So whatever this function will return will be stored in this user variable, and so it will return this object, right? Now when you will try to access ref dot name, so what will be the output of this? Let's see. So when you are trying to access this, you can see here we are getting nothing. Why? Because this ref is inside this object, right? And this its its parent function is this make user. And what I have told you in our previous example, that if you are using this inside a normal function, so this will basically refer to its immediate object of that parent function. So what is the parent function of this immediate so what is the parent object of this immediate function? That is window object or global object. So this here is referring to the window object. So let's try to console the ref here. So here you can see that we are actually getting the window object, right? And inside this window object we have nothing called name field, right? So this is the concept here. But when you will try to make this ref as a function, let's make it as a function, and inside this function, let's say it returns this dot name, right? So we don't have to give the name here, we actually have to call this ref function, right? So here you can see that we are getting the reference our name variable, right? So this is the way this keyword works inside a function or object, right? So let's move to the another question. So again, here is asking the output of this question. So let's understand this question. First of all, there is a user object. Inside that user object there is name field, right? And this object has two functions. One is greet function and another is farewell function. The greet function is a normal function and it's returning hello and this dot name, right? And this farewell function is an arrow function, you should notice here that, and this is returning goodbye and this dot name. So what do you think when you will call this greet function will store in this dot name variable? So this is basically simple question, because I have told you that when you use this keyword inside a normal function, so that this keyword will reference to its immediate parent object. And what is the immediate parent object of this function? So this is basically the user object, and inside that user object name is as Pankaj. So here the first output will be the Pankaj, hello Pankaj, right? So here you can see that we are getting hello Pankaj as our output. Now when you will try to use this keyword inside your arrow function, so what we have discussed in our above example, that arrow functions when used inside an object will refer to the window object, right? So here this dot name should be undefined, right? So let's see its output. So here you can see that we are actually getting goodbye printed, but this dot name is not printed because this is referring to the window object here, and inside our window object there is no field named as name, right? So that's why we are getting nothing here. So this is the way this keyword works in different scenarios or context of using this keyword, right? So to understand this better, you must go through the documentation of the JavaScript, where you can deep dive more inside this topic, right? So I hope you have understood this topic. So let's meet in the next video. Till then, thank you.